it's hot. Hi, everybody. Hi. We're a few minutes late, but we are here. Good morning, Grand Rising. Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm here. I hope everybody had a great weekend. It has been crazy for me, but y'all already know, right? I ain't got to fill y'all in. But I want y'all come in. Once y'all get in, we will say some hellos. I'm hot. I'm hot. I can't see who that is, but good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hello. Grand Rising, y'all. Good morning. AM salutations. Hello. Moderators, if I have one in already, if I have a moderator in, go ahead and take over and make sure everybody gets a Monday good morning from us. All right. And if anybody sees Chloe come in, tell Chloe I need to talk to her. Chloe's Crystals, that is. If Chloe's Crystals comes in, guys, let me know. Lost my stack. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. Oh, those fell too? Okay. Okay. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm listening to them. So give me a second. I'm coming. All right. Okay. Oh, wait. Hey, Google. Pause. Shit. I forgot that music was going. Sorry, guys. I hope that wasn't being picked up. Hi, everybody. Hi. Woo. Oh, my gosh. We made it. Hi, everybody. Oh, Chloe's here. Hi. Like first one in the door. Hey, Chloe, Joe G. Hi, Truth Wave. Let's see, Nook. I know I said it. I feel like I said it right last week, right? So Joji, this is meta messages. So no shadow. This is just positive, uplifting messages because maybe we had a rough weekend or maybe we had a great weekend and we want to keep that energy going to carry us through the week. however it goes, sometimes we just need to start off with a good day, right? And that is exactly where we're at. Rossi, I have a moderator in here. Yeah. Okay. Nitas. Nitas. Nita. Nita. So Wednesdays, basically Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, that's all our shadow reads. And then Mondays and Fridays is uplifting and just little tweaks to carry us through to the weekend. Okay, guys. So, Rossi, you want to be my list keeper? I haven't seen Brother Thomas yet, guys. If he's here, he's got a lot going on. Diabetics with their sugar. Sometimes it's just not the easiest. So he's had a rough couple of days. So we will get it going, though. But other than that, how are you guys? Oh, and Chloe, I sent you an email, but I know you're like busy as beavers right now. But I'm like specifically looking for certain things. So if you have them, I might just go ahead and grab them from you because I'm already working on the next love box. And then on top of it, I'm working on a love box for Brother Thomas for all of our beautiful gems that know Brother Thomas. Mosaic and I are putting together a love box. So we want to get him some stones, but he works with the, well, everybody has, we like to call them extraterrestrials, right? So, like, I'll be specifically looking for stones, and I know that there's one. I just bought one over this weekend. That like I bought it as a soldier because I don't want them bothering me. But he's going to want the ones that aren't, I guess, maybe the soldier ones to keep him out. He might want it the opposite or whatever. But yes, so there's probably going to be a bunch of back and forth with you and I over the next probably 3 or 4 weeks, just so I can get the gem something in the next love box so that Chloe's crystals can also go in one of the love boxes. So, are you guys ready? Are you ready? Moldavite, Tikatite. That's the one. Oh, peridot. I know about the peridots. But yeah, Tikatite. I think that's the one. Is it Preonite? Chloe, does Preonite work with them too? Because I do know Tekatite is really good for them because every time I kept calling this other stone a Tekatite, and Mosaic's like, that's not what that is. And I'm like, well, why do? So I think I already maybe might have known that. But either way, like we could sit here and talk forever about crystals and stones, and we might do that on a pop up down the road. We might even get Chloe to come. Wouldn't that be cool, guys? Just to you guys know I'm a shadow worker, right? And I'm always working in the shadow. And remember that Wednesday when we did our sacred cloth for collecting those good tears? I'll bet you Chloe and I can put together some stones. Like now I don't know, everybody calls them something different, but I know them as melody stones, right? So some people call them Super Sevens, I think. I've even heard somebody else call them by another name, but I literally only know them by is Melody Stones, right? And they come in a pair, and they usually come in a sacred box or some kind of blessed cloth. From my experience, I could be wrong. I could have bought his story, but I've had the stones tested; they are authentic. But anyway, I could have fell for the story, but I fell in love with them, and so maybe like because I use these a lot, right? And then in my impression, see my thing with like worry stones and rub stones, I think they're absolutely great, but I would never recommend that you carry it in your pocket. And then I would suggest every time that you have activated it by rubbing it and putting something in it, you keep it there, right? So you would bury it, even if you go and bury it after a week or two or whatever, um, or you wait for it to come back up so that it's completely cleansed. You don't want to keep carrying that around. And if you're carrying it in your pocket and it's rubbing, it's absorbing all of that, right? So me and a few other people that I have met recently kind of have that impression. I'm like, so we're not the only ones, because I'm thinking like I'm the only one that thinks that this shouldn't be in my pocket, right? Because everybody else is just walking around with them and they're using them like it's a fidget thing, and I'm like, should I need to educate myself. So I'm glad that there are, different things. I know that different stones do different things, but I thought that if the word worry was in the stone, like it was already kind of intentionally put there to be that kind of security blanket for someone that needed it. But I could be completely wrong. Denise Lynn, hello, beautiful. Oh, okay. See, I'm with you there. Yeah, see, I would say no, but again, maybe I don't know, it's about to be summertime. Maybe we can talk Chloe into it. What do you think, Gems? Think we can? And let her just tell you about them, right? Because sometimes we don't know. And I work in the shadows. I work with crystals. I work with hot rocks. I believe in the healing of the crystal, and I believe in the placement of it on the body. And I don't know. I get very very passionate about my babies. They're my babies. So pocket stones. See, yeah, and I'm not being I'm just my way. Everybody has their way. And I just find it fascinating. But I don't know. We'll talk about it. But all right, Rossi. Since I, threw you on the hook to be the list keeper, Rossi ETs, absolutely. Ooh, it is the one and only, y'all, and I do mean the one and only. It is Miss Tarot D. Mwah, 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 Miss Tarot D. I love you so much. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. I love you. How are you? How are you feeling? Oh, I love that, Denise. Yes. Okay. So Rossi has took the hook, guys. So and I just talk a lot of craziness. Look, Rossi is wonderful, and look, she's got you. So if you want to jump on that list, listen. When Rossi does last call, guys, she's the list keeper, not me. When she says last call, you have 60 seconds to get that me in there, because no matter what, if she's only got one slot open and she does it and there's three of you, only one of you are going to get it. So you want to be the first one, or if there's more than one, I don't know how she does her last call, but it is her choice as the moderator for the list keeper. So if you have questions, if you're on the list, where you're at on the list, all of that, absolutely get with Rossi. If you need anything else, if you want a link for the Facebook group, or if you want a link for one of the fellow gems that are here, we share this platform with everybody. So get with any of the moderators. They can get you the link that you need. Other than that, when I see my first one from Rossi, we will be taking off. And once I go, I just keep going. So I will not be ignoring you. I just don't keep up with chat, guys. So keep up with the moderators. They will keep you going. I'm just going to keep going and going and going and going. You are doing good. You were worried about me? Wait, I'm slacking. Let me show you why you haven't seen me all week. One second. I'll be right back. Now, don't y'all tell her. Y'all better not beat me to this. Miss Tarot D, look, I got all dolled up just for you, Miss Tarot D. I must have knew you were coming. I got all dolled up just for you. Be right back, guys. Okay, we have a request.
I just turned you on. What happened?
Oh, nothing. Miss Carol, you doesn't understand why she hasn't seen me all week. So, I just want to. I'm bringing my back.
Well, you can still bring it right back. But it's up to you. If you want to put it in the
No, she said bring them back out here. We'll put them back out here.
Are they going to sleep or are they reactive? They're sleeping. Yeah. But you can put them in the tub because I gotta work. I haven't worked at all. We can roll out.
Life is just.
Yeah, I need to work. I've not been able to focus.
Okay, so y'all are hearing the voices of Mo and their 2 grams. So who their 2 grams are is their private little secret to keep. But here's Saint.
All right.
Hey. Hi. So Miss Tarot D, this is Mimi. And this is Saint. So, all right, grab their Heidi's grams, please. So their Grams bought them this little Heidi thing, right? And you gems have kicked in and bought them some stuff. And let me tell you, these little guys are so good. They go to the vet tomorrow as their second vet check. Oh, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Somebody I like was throwing up like just little shorts over the weekend because I was just obsessed, and somebody was like, "You're obsessed," and I'm like, I know, right? How can you not be? Oh my goodness.
Purring toys.
Yeah, she bought them like heated purring toys, and all they gotta do is just activate them by stepping on them, guys. They got the best Grams ever. Okay, all right, it's time to go to work. Huh? No, down in their crib, please. We have a makeshift crib for now. Y'all call it a tote. We call it a crib, but you know.
She said to put the blanket in there too.
Yeah, they like it. Like it's a
The-
security.
The whole. I got it.
No, yeah, she got it.
I got it.
She got it, Grams.
Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Y'all have a good day.
Have a good session.
Safe travels. Okay, guys, back to the job at hand. Okay, so that's where I have been, Miss Tarot D. Woo! There's some shorts up if you want to catch them when you got your feet up and you're sipping on. I would say something sweet and dark, but you know if you can't have the goodies yet, you know while you're sipping your juice. Oh, you better share the dumplings. And okay, so they have activated their purrs. So if you guys hear purring in the background, that's their heating. They're like one is a heater and the other one is a purr. But all I got to do is just step on them and they activate them. So we got to keep their body temperature above 75 and everything still until they get about 5 weeks old. So they're just so much balls of fun. All right, Denise, you are up, love. Are you ready? I'm gonna go ahead and pin my first list. Now, guys, the list changes as it updates. Just keep up with keep up with Rossi, and she will keep you guys informed on what's going on and where we're at with it. But pay attention to that last call, because if you say I didn't see it, somebody may got it from ya. But other than that, yeah, I will be doing a couple more shorts. I'll get some more updates and pictures and everything. But they go to the vet again in the morning. It'll be their second vet check. They're doing so good, guys. They are not 100 yet, although she's pretty close to it. She's probably at about 70% ready to be all the way healthy and start looking for her a permanent forever home. But Saint's just not there yet. He might have to have surgery and stuff. So we're just playing it by ear right now. Okie dokie. All right. And my first one is Denise. All right, Denise. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with your meta message and then we're going to go into Shakina's part of it, right? So Metatron wants you to know that there's something that you will balance better than you think you can. And even if it's already started right now, that balance that you are learning, trust me, there's so much more to it going on than you can even give yourself credit to understand, right? So when we don't understand something that's happening to us, but it's changing us, sometimes it blows our mind, right? Because it has to have us unlearn something so that we can relearn it a way that it makes and becomes beneficial to us, right? Because if we're doing it and doing it and doing it and it's just not benefiting us, it's not paying back the effort, the work, regardless of what you're expecting the payback to be, whether it's monetary or it's something more than that, you have to understand that it first has to be unlearned, right? Because you can't put something old into this new way, this new you, right? Because the old ways is what formed you, right? The old ways are the paths that you've already walked and you've learned the lesson that you were going to learn there, right? So there's no sense in that being your new starting point, right? So basically what it is we have closed that, but this new balancing act that's coming in, right? It's because we don't want those ways to affect this new thing coming in, right? So dance is on one foot, right? This balancing act that you're doing, it's coming in tagged to the energy of Pachamama. So you have earth grounding coming to you, even though right now you can't even figure if you're floating or if you're where you're going to go. Are you going to fall? Are you going to balance it? Are you on the ground trying to straddle this? Are you somewhere on a tight wire suspended between two cliffs? Where you're at is not part of the distraction. Part of the distraction is literally here. So they need you to understand that this is part of you unlearning something so that you can relearn it, because this is something that you are meant to do. This will help you. Look, when you follow the rainbow, like literally when you like follow the rainbow, what are you going to find at the end of that rainbow, right? It's not a pot of gold. It was the adventure the whole time, right? It was what it was about. It was never about the destination. So you have to understand, yeah, there's a blessing at the end of it. Is it going to be a pot of gold? I doubt it. But it could be a get out of jail free card. It could be a 4-leaf clover. It could be a shillelagh. Who knows? Could just be an ancestor that's proud of you. You may even meet your doppelganger along the way, encouraging you with ways that worked for the future new you, for the highest you, right? So make sure that you are paying attention to the no expectations of what's on the other side of the rainbow, because it is literally about the adventure. And I have my Pachamama coming in to support me. And even if I am balancing on a log that's floating in a river, or I am literally on the ground trying to just get my balance, or I am between two cliffs, however you are suspended, it is exactly what you need right now. So whether you are a circus act, trapeze artist, or maybe you don't even know how to jump a rope, big extreme, right? Whatever it is, it's absolutely part of your path, right? So we're coming in with literally the energy of it. It's literally part of your path, the path, right? That doesn't look the easiest, right? It looks even a little sketch in some of them places. Like, is that water? Is that clouds? Like, is that an underworld going on? Is it because that a reflection? Is the water that clear? I can see what's under there. What's really going on? There's stairs going up and down. All right, that's got to be clouds, right? Who knows? But it's your path, and it's not made to be intimidating to you, even when it's intimidating to them. But it's designed that way. Those that are drawn will find, right? So make sure that you understand it, because they paired it with it's a yes. Let me make sure you can see that. It's a yes and community. So there is absolutely, Denise, something for you to unlearn. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. It could even be heartbreaking to relearn something. And it's only because someone forced their opinion about something on you and you thought it was the only way. So your whole life you've been doing this and you've been balancing it. Well, guess what? The balancing act stops right now. It's not their way. It has to be your way. It's the only way to go forward and go through. And that's what I've got for you. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Hey, hey. It's about the journey. It absolutely is. The adventure is the best part. There's where we learn our lessons. There's where we find out how to laugh again. Do you know how many people are scared to laugh out loud? Whether they're laughing at themselves or they're even laughing with someone. There's so many people that don't even know the sound of a good, genuine belly laugh when it comes out of them. They're like, oh. When they're like, what's so funny? What's something needed to be funny to you? It doesn't have to be funny to them. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear all the stories. I love that. I love that, Denise. I love that your messages are being helpful, right? Because that doesn't matter where it comes from. I don't care if you get it from a toad. I don't care. I don't care if your higher power is a tree across the street from you. I don't care. Believe in something. All right, updated list. All right, so let me unpin this one, guys. We do a lot of talking on Mondays, but that's what it's all about, right? That's what it's about. All right. Pen message. Okay, Denise, we just did. So, Nita, right? Did I say it right? I hope I said it right. Is that Nita? Still here. Yay, I got it right. Wait. Yay, I got it right. A stick. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't only have to make sense to you. All right, Nita, let's go. All right, your message is right here. And you want me to start with the message or with this? Okay. All right, Nita. So yours comes in. We're going to start with the meta message, and then we're going to go into the message from Shakina. Now, is it going to directly attach to the meta message? I think it actually does, right? So I'm just glancing at it. I'm listening to how they're putting it together and how they kind of want me to formulate it. I get to choose the words I say, but I know how they want it formulated, right? So there's like that heart of hearts, right? When we think about, well, what is a heart of hearts, right? That part of us that we usually keep so protected. Sometimes we forget to show that side of us, right? We forget to show how vulnerable we can be, right? Especially when we want so desperately for that person that we are being that vulnerable with to see that vulnerability within us, right? To see that transparency, to see that little person that just told something really big about them. And they want to be seen, they want to be heard. They don't want to feel like they weren't seen or heard or understood or misunderstood, right? Or unappreciated or underappreciated, right? The value must be the same, right? Because the adult you gives you respect, but that inner us, right? That heart of hearts, that little bitty heart that was pumping all those years ago that we were only too busy to play with, or we were too busy worrying about learning how to climb trees or ride a bicycle, or oh my god, I'm going to be driving a car, or oh my god, it's homecoming, or right? That heart, that true heart within us. That's where they want you to be at, right? So they're gonna want me to start with the compassion card, right? Finding compassion is something that I recently watched a live over the weekend, and it involved our very own Twillo community and Uncle Gerald, right? In the message, it was this word, right? This one word, this inspirational word that muses make fun, right? There was the point in the message for me, the part that resonated the most is when I go to write something or I go to draw a new sigil or I'm drawing a background or something for my oracle deck. Um, I get very passionate, right? And when we're in that passion part, we're also very fragile, right? That's where compassion is. It lives there, right? In that fragile vulnerability of our heart of hearts, right? And in that vulnerability, it's not that we think it's a delicate little flower that's going to break, or that you may not handle it right because you're too heavy handed, or you didn't grab it right, or it's not that kind of fragile, right? It's we, the artist, that is the fragile one, not what we created. That's ready to go. Probably we're just not ready for it to go yet, right? That compassion that moved you is what that message meant to me. And I think that's what they want you to understand, right? Compassion comes from a place that exists inside the flames of passion, right? So we've got all these flames dancing around this beautiful heart, but it's not just the heart, right? Inside the heart is a tower, and then off the tower are all these little cone little houses that live, right? There's this community inside of us, right? There's these little pieces of us. Not one bit of our heart does everything all by itself. There's all these chambers, and there's these little realms or vessels or departments or compartments that hold different things. They do different things. The flow is different. The amount of what they need to make that chamber move is different, right? It all comes together though as one complete heart. But it's only because it makes sure that all four chambers are met, right? So make sure that adult you is reminding the little you inside of you it all started with you. So let me remember the passion and the compassion that I started even as a young child. And yes, you may be hearing the babies right now. They are fine. They are fine. So there is something about it though that is precious. And what they want you to understand is that they paired it with Earthkeeper and Herald of Change, right? So again, I'm going to go back to the unlearning just so you can relearn something, right? So when we understand that there are Earth Keepers that are ready to help us, they are on standby for you to learn it again, right? So all you have to know is that it all starts in your heart for you. Do not let that stinking thinking, that monkey minds, that nostalgia lane creep up in there. Don't get it twisted. Don't allow it to get blurred. Allow it to remain open and full of fiery compassion. Shakina's message is about reverse disassociation, right? So that's why I say it kind of almost feels like they pulled that from the last message, right? We're going to unlearn something so that we can what? Relearn it the way that works for us, the way that we need it to fit and live and breathe and become a part of us. It needs to be reversed, right? So in order to do that, we have to look at it like it no longer works. We're going to tweak it. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix us. We're going to rip us all together. We're going to put us back the way we want to be seen, heard, felt, loved, understood, appreciated. What we believe in, what we stand for, morals, values, ethics. Wow. All of that we learned as little ones. It's time to apply them now. So in order to do that, in doing that, right, that reverse disassociation, right, I've got to retrain everything. We are coming in and we are understanding that that's only going to intensify the connection that you have after you figure out how to disassociate the old ways that no longer work, no longer serve you. They literally are not deserving of you, of the future you. Okay? Done. We aren't pushing that back in. We are not blurring the lines this time, right? We are in the year of the 9, and we are going to use that power to heal all of us, the body, 5, all of this, and for our stability, our foundation, right? So spirit, this is where you're ascending to, right? These are our ascending trees. So the connection and your ascension to spirit, to your spirit, to your 5th or higher is going to come after you complete, keyword there, completely relearn what it is about your heart that has a part of compassion that maybe a lot of people don't know about because people from that kind of cloth aren't made anymore. Maybe you're the last of the Mohicans. You have something in your compassion that maybe someone else really needs to know. And that's what I've got for you. And we sip. What y'all sipping on? Hot coffee, cold coffee, tea? Oh, we got another updated list. See, boy, I'm telling y'all, boy, Rossi be on it. I barely get through a read, and she's like, we're ready. Okay, updated list is penned. All right. I still want to keep saying your name because I don't want to forget how to say it. Nita, right? Nita. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, updated. Okay, so we have Miss D. Miss Terrell D. Hey, Miss Terrell D. Hey. I know are you working, Miss Terrell D? Because if you are, I'm going to get you. But if you're not feeling good, I'm going to get you. Either way, if you need to go to the end of the line because you just not feeling it right now. Good, good. I'm glad. I would have to rewatch the message I would have gave you because they come and go so quickly. Once the channel from them is over with, I usually forgotten what they said anyway. So I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. I crack myself up too, boy. Means I will be laughing. People be looking at me. I'm like, what? Like y'all never heard laughter before. Joe G, I know you wanted my address for a love box. I thought I sent it to you. Send me an email if I did not send you the updated address. Because I would love to do the unboxing live if that's okay. Like I said, just let me know if there's anything that shouldn't be unboxed on the live, and everything else can get unboxed on the live. I've tried 3 times, but they had to give up. Chime is. I hate Chime. Miss Tarot D, yes. Miss Moonlight is not here. Mosaic, they need a link. They need my PayPal link in the chat if you're available. It's coming up, guys. Oh, you've already got it ready. Okay, so I never heard back from you, and then I got kittens, and literally today, Monday, we've survived 1 week, y'all. Oh my God, we were celebrating it this morning when the grams came in, right? We were like, we made it 1 week, guys. We didn't kill the kittens didn't kill us. We made it. I'm not allowed to, Miss Tarot D. If it is not personally requested, I am not allowed to. But it will always be available by a moderator when requested. But other than that, I have the one up they want me to have. But it is a little frustrating. And if you don't have a Chime account, sometimes it's, when you have a Chime account, though, it's very convenient. I must say. But I do understand, but I wish I could, but they won't let me. They won't let me. All right, Miss Tara D, I believe you are up. Let's get it, get it, get it, get it. You want me to start with the message? Okay. Okay. So, we all do a little special job, right? Sometimes us root workers, when we start gravitating towards our people, we find that everyone we're associated with or are surrounding ourselves with, they work in a way that helps people in need, right? For the ones that don't know where to get that help, they go to one person and that person says, I don't know. And the next person says, I don't know. And I don't know. And I don't know. And I don't know. It's because that person, their community, their reach is about a different way, right? So sometimes us root workers get together and then we throw somebody into the situation because I, as this, can do this for that person. And you, for what you do and your reach with you and how you do, can do this for this person. And then this person over here, they do magic in this way. But I know those magic knots work. And then here we go. We got hot rocks coming into this, and we got a ladder that we're throwing down a well. We don't know how dark down that well goes, but we're not going to leave them down there no matter what, right? Even though everybody else walked away because they couldn't find a ladder or a flashlight or a rope, and they weren't going down there themselves. Now, just be honest about the situation. You are going to be called to this week. There is a bad guy that is going to come across your essence this week, right? So we have Hunter and Reverse, Seer, and you, right? We have this beautiful, inspirational, joyful muse that is coming in to understand that the bad guy is seen. My team likes to go after the bad guys, right? I used to be a bad guy, so I recognize a bad guy real quick, right? I know the moves. I know. You don't go to be a cheetah and then try to be another animal and not recognize the moves of a cheetah, right? You know what's happening, right? Well, okay. I'm that bad guy that's not a bad guy anymore. So I don't give a damn if the bad guys see me coming. You see what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. There is going to be a bad guy that comes across you this week, and you are going to smell them like last week's trash. I don't care how good they put it on. Everybody is falling for their bullshit. But they just ain't met you yet. So at some point this week, you are going to literally prove to all these people that are falling, being fooled, you're going to prove you are their looking glass. You are our reflection for them. When we can't see ourselves for who we are, even when we are the bad guy, it takes a bigger bad guy to prove that we were the bad guy. No matter how much on our head we twisted and confused the truth and made it be our truth so that it made us to be the good guy, we were still always the bad guy, right? We didn't do our ownership. We fucking deflected. We got rid of it. We pushed the weight on someone else. We didn't give a damn. We got defensive. Guess what? Innocent people don't get defensive because they ain't got nothing to defend. They didn't do it. And that's exactly where you're at. That's exactly where I'm at, right? We gave up our players cap, our thinking caps, our old ways, right? We ain't out there still catting and hiding in the bushes on the sometime and humbugging. Maybe nobody will catch us. No, because we're transparent and they're going to see it. They're going to know we was out hunting last night, right? That's why you're going to recognize this predator. There is a predator coming your way, and Metatron needs you to know intentionally they opened the universe for you to be the one to recognize them. So just know that if you have not come in contact with them by, let's say, next week, you may have already encountered them. So like I said, I don't know which way this is going, but I do know it is a bad guy, and they do take advantage of innocence. And we don't play that game. Innocence, they come first. That's what this is about, right? There is some message for Shakina, and it does have to do with your connection, a new beginning, and then learning to trust something new about your intuition, right? So this isn't just that gut and we know something ain't right, right? This is that, no, I know what's going to happen. I don't need to read the rest of the book. I don't need to watch the rest of the movie. I know what's going to happen. Trust it. You're the only one that's going to see the pattern for what it is. You're the only one that's going to be able to make the connection. You are the only one that can give someone, an innocent, a new, brand new beginning. The system has failed the innocents for so long. I was one of them. That was 48 years ago. And I stand right now today against those that are innocent. I stand with the ones that are innocent against those that are hurting them. So I go after bad guys, and I'm way kind of so do you. So buckle up, put your seatbelt on. They're a coming. All right, let me look at chat. Appropriate to unbox. Y'all, look, I got my fingers crossed, and I got a strong feeling it ain't even gonna have a doll in it. But guys, his wife has got a doll, love like me, right? And okay, so Saturday, no, yeah, Saturday, no, over the weekend, I felt a doll connection. I went to antique stores, couldn't find a doll, didn't feel it. Do I hope Joe talked his wife into, because she is this beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous root worker that works in the shadows like I do. And like the first day we like actually sat down and talked, and I'm like, I think I like your wife, and I don't even know her. Like I could feel how deep of a connection in the root work that she has. So okay, List Harold D says, okay, there is someone that may end up coming to work at my site that no one wants. But tomorrow I have a meeting with a major player who can stop that move. So I would say that this is a huge flag on the play from the universe saying, you're the only one that can stop this. All right, updated list. Or no, I don't have an updated list. Okay, Miss Taro D. Okay, now we got Rossi. Rossi, you're up, babe. And then on this list, I've got Joe G, KK, and Mousy. And then if there's an updated one, I will catch it in a minute, guys. Give me a second here. Okay. Okay. So you want it to be like on a water tip then? So nothing on the other way whatsoever, right? Strictly about the water. And you want me to refer as, oh, because they hold. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. All right, Rossi, here's what we got. Okay, good. All right. All right, so here's what we got so far, right? Think camel. Mm-hmm. Yep. Think cactus. Think well. They look dry, right? Because the water's so far down. So anyway, what do them 30 things have in condom? In common. Words hard, guys. It's Monday, you know? And I've got kitten brain. That is my excuse until we find their forever home. I have kitten brain. Need to store water. Yeah, they store it, right? And you don't even think it. You don't think that a cactus or a camel is holding the water that they're holding, right? But they are, right? You're going to need to be that, right? You're going to need to hold a bunch of water. I don't know if you're going to be doing some channeling, if you're going to be doing some scrying with water, if you're going to be trying to do some connection through water, but there is something with water and you. And I do believe that it's like starting like if she didn't have a chance, she ain't got none no more. Like she needs to be working with water, right? So we got Rainmaker, resourcefulness, and they want me to stay focused on what the cactus is. Resourceful because it can hold its own water. It can take a lot of drought because it's got its own water. Okay? Camels, they can take a lot of drought, a lot of heat because they can hold their own water. They are like got own little backup little water troughs, right? So there's something in it specifically for you though, right? You need to figure out how you can start holding your own water, and it will literally start healing a part of your soul that you didn't know you needed to heal, right? So in your brain, this thing that needs some water, it's had time. Your brain has had time to work through the he's, the he say, she say, and all of that, right? Forgiveness was found in the brain, even if it was a way of learning to bend so that you didn't allow yourself to break anymore. You found a way to get it right in your mind, right? And then you found a way to get it right in your heart. You gave yourself. Eventually, you found forgiveness for them. Even if they weren't allowed to be actively in your life anymore, you still forgave them here and you forgave them here. But now, why do we need to bring water into this? What does water do? It retains memories, for one thing. And I need some fan. Whew. They're also needing you to remember that you may have to go some time, right? Droughts are time, right? Time is also healed through what? Memory, right? Eventually, time will heal a memory, right? Well, guess what? Water holds memories. So if you start working on the part with just the water, time itself will do the rest of it. But now it's time for you to work with water. There is some part of you that is ready to let it go and be just the memory. Float it off somewhere. The ocean ain't that far away. You know what I mean? Let it go. It's time to let it go. No matter what it is, no matter how painful it is, it's time to turn that story into here's what I got. No, I'm not going to go back through all of that, but I'll tell you what I got from it. The strength I gained, the power I gained, the mind control I get, the words that I choose, the intention that I choose, the way that I don't allow other people to tell it no more to me, the way I don't allow other people to do it in front of me to other people. That's what I learned from it. I learned how to look at it another way. So there is where you get to literally start working with water so that you can allow it to float away, because somebody else is going to need the lesson, but you need to be the one that sends it to them. Along with this, Shakina says that your eternal self, right? That part of us, again, that we keep deep inside of us, right? That heart of hearts kind of moment, that inner little heart inside of us, right? Your ethereal self, right? Is a good way to see it. You can see it as your highest self, your doppelganger, the part of you you haven't met yet, but you know is still somewhere locked away inside of you. There is going to be a massive, because you are ascending to a dramatic shift, right? This is a shift that literally, this is the tower moment, honey. In a deck about ascension, this is your tower moment. And it ain't got tower in it. I'm letting you know this is the tower moment. Something is going to be so drastic, no matter what it is. But it's going to start when you start working in water. So make sure that you understand, I always live near water, or I will have to start working with it. Absolutely. I don't know why they usually don't want me paying attention to the chat, but they need you to understand you're not doing enough with the water, right? They got you to the water. Now they need you to actually get involved in it, get invested in it. There is an investment, not only for you, but there is something you're going to learn about that water, and you're going to be able to make sure that other people learn that lesson and blessing too. It's also going to access something with your clear thoughts, right? Water can make anything look very crystal clear, right? And if we're looking at water, let's say we got a crystal glass or a glass, just a regular glass, and it's clear, right? And then we look down and we're like, oh, wow, it's a magnifier. I can see it even better now. Well, wow, it's lifeless, it's floatless, it's weightless. There's so many things you can do to it. There is one thing that is going to become so much clearer about you, though. And I can't wait to figure out what it is, but you have to start working in water. And that's the message I got for you, babe. I got to get a fan going, guys. I'm dying. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Everything is sticking in places I don't want it sticking in. Hold on. I don't even know if I can get to it. Where is a plug 'em up? I need to plug 'em up. All right, I found a plug 'em up. All right, guys, hold on. I've got to plug in my fan as I knock everything else over out of the way. Get out of my way. Oh, look, it's ready to go. How far will you actually reach, though? Will you reach back here? Maybe. Hold on. It might actually reach here, guys. Hold on. Oh, my gosh. You know, you think you're prepared for shit, and then life happens. And guess what? You weren't as prepared as you thought you were. You thought you were. And then life said, no, not today. Not today, love. Not today. Okay. All right. Ooh. Having a very long train. Sometimes. Okay. All right. Oh. Ooh, guys. So much better. Hot. Okay. Joji. So we got Joji, KK, and Mousy. I see you. As long as it's 2 bedrooms, otherwise we're going to be sharing a bedroom. All right, Joji. All right. Yep, and you don't have to wait for a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, Brother Joe. If you need a shadow read, well, but you got a whole lot of cards going on here. What goodness gracious, what is going on? They said look at that in a minute. Pay attention to this. Okay, hold on. Let me see what we're doing here. So we do have you, right? I absolutely have the card that they're using to represent you, right? And that is the Fool's Embrace, right? This is this is a beautiful card, right? So when you think about what the card actually is, it's about transmuting pain, right? It's literally taking the experience that you had. Can't be mine, has to be yours. It can't be your wife's. Even if you experienced it at the exact same time, it can't be your children's. It has to be yours. Everyone, even when witnessing the exact same thing, reading the exact same thing, watching the exact same thing, they are going to have an experience that is theirs. They are going to have a way that it makes them feel, a place in their body that they felt it, a place in their mind that triggered something that happened to them. Your experience, though, is the one that we are talking about, right? There is something up in this beautiful, gorgeous mind of yours that needs to be transmuted, right? There is a beautiful way that you see it, right? Now, I know that sounds crazy, and you may not be coddling it. It may be a wart, and you give it its time and its place, and everybody knows it's a wart. You're just not ashamed of it. That could be the worst word ever for me to choose, but that's the worst word that came to mind, right? I've got a mole that I don't like to show because of where it's at. But you know what? If I ever wear a crop top, the whole world's going to know I got a mole right there, right? But okay, so we'll go with mole instead of wart. You know, I mean, I'm a witch. I probably got a wart somewhere. Anyway, there is a way that you see it, though. It is so beautiful. But here's what they want you to do. It can't be a crutch anymore. It can't be a good story, right? It has to be put to sleep. Yeah, you can't wear the cast. The arm healed years ago. You can't keep wearing the cast, right? But you can put that case in a memory box, and then, in 20, 30 years, that's a different situation. But right now, you need to put the cast up, right? You cannot keep talking about it like it's a celebration. It is about transmuting it. The part that is a celebration is the part that gets to live on. That's the part we're celebrating. That we had everything we needed from the beginning, no matter what we thought we might need or want along the way. We always had exactly what we needed from the get-go. So understand that you may have had a horrible existence with this, a horrible tragedy behind this, because of this, over this, whatever. What you need to understand is that you cannot keep telling the story like it's a beautiful story. It wasn't a beautiful story. And we're not going to rehash it. We're not going to relive it. I'm not going to do that to myself. But here's what I can give you now. I can tell you what I do now because of this. I can tell you why I do this. I can tell you what inspires me. I can tell you what triggers me, where the red flags are, where this is, where that is, where this is. That is the message that must be brought out. You cannot keep telling the story like it is a beautiful thing that happened to you, right? When I'm doing my shadow reads, it's not about me being willing to tell a story about me or an existence. It's about me being transparent so that that person that is receiving the message understands that vulnerability, transparency, and ownership looks different in every single one of us, but we all have them. No one is exempt. No one. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're one of the billionaires. I don't care if you're one of those that are living paycheck to paycheck. I don't care if you're panhandling on the street, unless you're driving a Tesla. Then anyway, regardless of that, you know what I mean, right? We cannot keep making our existence of how or what happened to us be the beautiful story. Mm-mm. We are the beautiful story. Right now, present, what we no longer accept or allow. So make sure that those boundaries are incredibly crisp and sharp, baby, because the wrong person crossing your boundaries and they ain't fine, sharp, and ready to go, they're going to take something that they want. They may not even need it. They just want it because you got it. You may have earned it. You may have been born with it, but they want it. They neither earned it, they neither need it, nor are they deserving of it. Hey, but they want it though. And if you're leaving that door open for them, you're leaving the door open for them. But it's at this moment right now, from here on out. Nope. I am not a hashtag. I am not going to be revisited and revisited and revisited and revisited. I said it, it happened, but here's what we can talk about. I can tell you something I might be curious to try because of what I know for me didn't work. I'm sorry that for you, it may have worked. I'm sorry that for you, you can't understand me. I'm sorry that you can't get on a level that I am on. But you yourself have to understand that you are the only one that can get you out of the situation. You're the only one that can tell the story. Can no one tell it like you? I don't care if they were there. They have their own story, their own version, their own interpretation. You are the only one that can tell your story. But you can also tell the gains, the truths. But we were all a beginner fly fisher at one point in time. Some of us just had to learn the hard way how to survive. You know what I mean? We didn't get them expensive lessons. So some of us don't know all them other little ways that work. Because, sometimes we look selfish with what works and what don't work. But, let them sugarcoat it over there. You stop sugarcoating it in your world. All right. So, and look, hey, what is the first thing that pops up? Yep. It's all about them boundaries. Yes.
Can I get Saint to use I don't?
Yes.
No, but can you hand it to me? I'm not too user ready.
Okay. Yes. Again, 1 second, guys. I got you. I will not break your energy, but I'm still sticking in places I don't want to be sticking in. So hold on,
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. They understand.
I thought you were in the break, but I'll just give it right back to you.
No, everybody understands. Everybody has kids or a life. They understand that shit happens. I know. It's time for medicine. Love you.
And I probably just a second. Here.
He's got to get meds, guys. Hold on.
And then. Hold on. Wait, did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone. Hi, good job.
Bye, my mosaic hand.
Bye, mosaic's hand. All right, we're just going to hold him a minute, guys, so that the drops get in and work in before I just put him back in his crib. Okay, so, yeah, you're going to have to get on them boundaries, right? I'm going to have to kill this man. Hold on. 1 second. You're going to have to get on them boundaries because somebody thinks that they can blur your own boundaries. We ain't getting that, right? There's something that needs to be let go of. And that's them stories, okay? I know. It's what made us, right? But it's what we do with those stories. That's the part we forget to tell people. We get them engaged when we tell them the story, but then when we don't show them how, you saying hi to everybody? How we turned it into something else, they don't catch that part. They don't know the work that went into it. They don't understand the commitment we made to ourselves because we didn't tell that part of the story. We just said the part we thought they wanted to hear. You'll find there's more inspiration inside of you yet. You're going to be doing something that helps align your afterlife, right? So I don't know if you're creating this beautiful heaven on earth or this place in Valhalla. You've already created your throne chair, and if you're going to be sitting at a round table or a long table that everyone will be feasting at, however you create your peace, right? Your afterlife, you're working on that right now, and you're being aligned with people that can possibly help you with making stronger connections to the ancestors and those that you will need on the other side to help you as you make the journey through limbo, the void, whatever you want to call it, all of that afterlife procession stuff. You're going to need a community, and those are being aligned for you right now. So I don't know if it's something that you're actively working on. I don't know if there's something that's come up in your life to where you need to start making preps or plans, or maybe you're just getting prepared for the future, which is all great, right? Maybe I'm a little behind and there's something I don't know about. And if it is, that's on me because I consider you a friend of mine. And if I am behind or not caught up on something that's going on, I apologize, but I need to probably be caught up on something because it looks like not only does Saint have a lot to say, but that there is something that is going on right now that is for the alignment of something for the next path for you and your next walk. And that's what I've got for you guys on that one, Joe G. All right, let me make sure the eye drops are everywhere they need to be. And I will put him in his crib and we will rock out these last ones. I know you don't like being put down. You are such a little snuggler. Of the two, trust me, Mimi is not the snuggler. She bit my lips so hard this morning, y'all. I literally thought there was going to be a hole in it. She had a lock on my lip. I'm like, so you don't want no more morning kisses, or is it just morning breath? I mean, really? That was so rude of you. Oh, let me put him down. I'll be right back, guys. I know. I got all kinds of kisses and all kinds of... I got all kinds of... Hey, let me go. There. We use little face towels. We call them little burrito wraps for them. Otherwise, they tear up everything with their claws. All new here. All new. Okay. Good. Right, Joe, right? It's all about understanding. Some people aren't ever going to go and take a walk and see what they left behind, right? But a root worker, a shadow worker, they're not scared to walk that path and go back and pick up every one of those grains of sands, them hopeful thoughts, them hopeful times when we literally did not know we had nothing and come to find out, well, shit, I had this and I had this and I had this and I made it through that and that and that. I need to go get them anchors. That's the part that people forget when they're telling the story. No, you're worried about Tom, Dick, and Harry and what they did, but you're forgetting what I picked up along the way as I grew and learned. And then I had to go back and I had to get those anchors and them grains of sand because guess what? They are what balances me. They are what keeps me humble. They are what keep me in focus. When someone else may not be living in reality, and you have to be the one to say, hey, wake up. What are you doing? Oh, whoever. I just said Joe, but whoever, right? So let that be the reason you keep telling those beautiful stories. But remember to remind people they got to go pick up them grains of sand on their own. You can't do it for them. So keep encouraging them. Keep telling those stories. I absolutely love you, Joe. I love your journey is wonderful, man. And you got an amazing family, by the way. Like as somebody that doesn't have that amazing family structure, you've got it, and you're accepted unconditionally, and that's the part a lot of people don't understand, right? You're our modern day. What is it? The mortician? No, not the mortician. It's not the Adam. You're the morticians. You're the modern day morticians. I love it. SR, get with Rossi. Rossi is the list keeper. If you have questions about a link, get with any other moderator. But if you need any questions about the list or how any of this goes, Rossi is your girl today. All right, KK, you are up, love. And KK and Mousy. Final list, KK, Mousy, and SR. Okay, so let me unpin this one. And I am pinning up the final list, guys. All right. Okay. KK. All right, KK. Oh. You know what I've noticed? I noticed that somehow, and a couple of Mondays now, you guys have watched, like when they tell me just numbers where the cards go, right? And I'm like, I just hope this works out. I don't even question that anymore. I just know it works out, right? I don't know how it works out, but it works out, right? But here's where we get to prove that trusting the unknown works, right? So, KK, we are jumping in with you because you need to understand that you need to be working with the matrix, right? And I'm not talking about the one that TV made seem, I don't know. Look, it doesn't matter. Look, there's all kinds of ways to connect to the unknown, the unsure, the unstable, but it is not any of that, right? It's all known. It's very stable. It's just not stable to us. It's just not known to us because we don't get out there. We don't literally put ourselves, I don't intentionally go out into a rainforest and say, okay, bye bye, compass, bye bye, Google Map, let's get lost, right? No, I may literally end up lost, right? No, but that's the intention that you need, right? You need to set an intention where there is no modern day helper, right? So, with saying that, what I'm actually saying to you, KK, is it is time for you to get out there and find your matrix. What works for you? What works for me may not be your path. What works for our gorgeous, beautiful Rossi may not be your path. What works for Joe and his gorgeous, beautiful path may not be yours. But that doesn't mean that you can't be curious to say, let me see. Let me see. Well, what do you do with this? Or what do you do with that? Or what do you do with this? There's nothing wrong with a healthy curiosity. There's nothing wrong with a healthy ego. It's called confidence. Super makes it cocky. That's a whole different thing, right? When we are talking about us, we are built to be curious. That's why we have the brain we have, right? Animals don't have it. They are programmed. They do what they do, and then there is no more. They repeat the cycle over and 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 over. And no matter how much we think we're going to domesticate them, we really don't. No matter how much we think it's going to be this, it's really not that at all. They still go back to pack mentality. They still go back to what they know feels right, what feels natural to them, right? So without having that natural connection, sometimes we don't know if what we're doing is natural, right? Like I may not look like I know what I'm doing, but trust me, I got it. I got it. I may stumble. I may not know how to do this. I may not know how to do that. But that is the best part of our brains. Our brains can be programmed, not by the idiot. Okay? Got that? That's not what I'm talking about. We can unlearn all of those unnecessary forced thoughts that didn't get us anywhere. The fact that you could be still trying on someone else's thought could be the exact reason why they need you for you to get real curious about you, right? You have a very specific path, gift, job. I don't care if it is a automatic writer. I don't care if it is clairvoyant. I don't care if it is a touch knot or whatever it is. I don't care. There may be 7,000 of them that think they can do it this way and this is the only way it works. No, that's just the only way it works for them. The outcome is what is the most important part, right? That you tried, that you got out there and you did something, even if you learned it didn't work for you. You got that, right? Even if you learned it didn't work for you, you will not. You will continue to search. You will continue to seek. You will continue to ask people this, and this, and that is never going to get you where you gotta go. You have got to get yourself there. It's the only way to do it. It's the only way to do it. Okay? Maybe that's why they were so drastic with me and they said she literally has to die. No, not near death. No, she needs to be all the way dead up here, no heart rate, no brainwave, dead. And then we're going to leave her there. And we're going to scare her a little bit. Ooh, a little bit longer. Nope. She's not ready yet. Nope. She's gonna come right back. She's gonna do the same shit. I'm telling you, this is not a long enough lesson. They knew exactly what they were doing for me to wake up and go, oh my God. I'm never going to do this again. I'm never going to do that again. I'm never going to worry about this little shit, this little human this and this human this and this human this, because none of it matters. None of it matters. None of it matters on the other side. None of it matters for the next part that they need you to be prepared for, right? Whether it is the other side, whether it's the afterlife, whether it's the underworld, the upper world, the middle world, another dimension, the fairy realm. I don't know. Working with the fae. I don't know, but there is something for you. But until you step out there, have a full awaken and blow your own mind up. Listen, you're ascending your mind to places of the unknown. You can't know them. You haven't been there. No matter where you've been as of right now until this moment, you have not been to the matrix that you need to connect to. Once you get there, this is where your mind will sit. Oh, I've been mind blown. I don't know what to do right now. I don't know how to take this. What do I got? Wow. Go through it. Sit. Take it in. There is an awakening for you, but you will not have it until you understand that you yourself must make the sacrifice and be the serpent that is needed in your life right now to connect to something that is only for you. So it doesn't matter who you like, who you idolize, who does something the best. Blah, blah, kafooey. Throw it all out the window because it doesn't matter. If nothing else, take their inspiration and admiration and grow yourself, your own platform. Make it. It's all about you. That's what I've got for you, Ben. It won't fit. That's what she said. Mo's got me doing that, y'all. It's Mo's fault. It's Mo's fault. That's what she said. It's Mo's fault. It's Mo's fault. I'm saying it. Oh. Hi, Annette. Good morning. You're welcome, babe. All right. Mousy and SR. Mousy and SR. Mousy and SR. Mousy is here. Oh, we got a lot of cards going on over here. I do. Oh, but this is literally okay. So, okay, all right. So, SR, hi. My name's Hershey. I'm a shadow reader, right? So I give little taste and tidbits of what I do online, right? But I don't really give my all until I'm one-on-one with you, right? When I'm one-on-one with you, it's not different than what I am right now, but I know that it's only you that my team is connected to, right? And I can help you understand things maybe a little differently, right? Because my team is only going to focus on them subconscious things and them unconscious things, because literally tweaking and changing them changes everything in the conscious. Sounds ridiculous, right? Mm-hmm. Until you see it in action, right? I know it's not going to be, a workbook. There's no steps and stages for me. It's just, this is what it works. This is what you do. And this is how you do it. But you got to find the ways that work for you, right? So what I'm saying is you have got something that is waiting for you. And the only way to find it is in your subconscious. What is it? I don't know. Is it a memory? I guarantee you it's a memory. Is it an experience that maybe hurt you? 100%. Is it something that made you not want to maybe even live? It could be. I've been there. God, you were not the only one, right? I've tried. I've tried that, unaliving thing. It wasn't for me, but I have tried it. I'm not exempt from it, right? Nobody's perfect. psychiatric centers. I lied about that at one point in my time. I was locked up with someone that looked me dead in my face and said, "You are the Hershey that was there." And at that point, I was still dealing with, aneurysms, and I didn't have a lot of memories. And I'm like, "No, I won't, man. She all but threw the goddamn fucking paperwork from the 70s and 80s in my face. And then one day I woke up and I can't find her now to back out and be like, you know what, you were right. And I'm sorry that I literally called you everything but your name that day. And I was dead ass wrong. And I can take my ownership because I remember now, but I couldn't in that moment, right? Because the universe was like, you don't even need to remember it. But it was once I started learning how to go back and pick up them anchors and them little grains of sand, it was when I started finding myself. I had hope the whole time. I had hope. I may not have had direction. I may not have experience. I may not have a strong upper hand. I may not have had an iron hand at that time leading me out of the darkness. I had hope. Everybody has this gorgeous, beautiful gem inside of us. We just always don't like exposing it because now you can see us for what we are. You can see the transparency in us. You can see that gorgeous stone that's deep inside, right? What they don't know is how hard you tumbled it, polished it, made it be the most gorgeous gem quality that it could be. No gemologist could have done to that gem what you did, right? No one, no matter how much schooling they've had, no matter how much practice they've had in the rarest of the most exquisite, they don't know how to do what you did to you, right? So there's where I need you to go, and I need you to understand we're going back there because there is a part of you that needs to be repaired, right? The only way to repair your spine is to get into your own spine and start working on it. If you ain't got no spine, you ain't got no backbone, how you going to expect anybody to have one for you when you ain't got one for yourself? When you don't have a voice, how can you expect someone to speak for you and be your voice when you don't have one for yourself? We're not calling you a mute. If you were a mute, that's a different thing, but I bet you could ASL like no one else. I'm just saying, it will become a natural part of you to understand that you are so much more. You're being very shallow about something, and I am not calling you shallow. I'm just saying that the word they are using is that you yourself, when you're journaling, when you're going back, when you are working on you, when you are polishing that gemstone inside of you, no matter what gemstone it is, it may not even be the one you were born under, but that's the one inside of you. That's the one that moves you. That's the one you're drawn to. So that is you. I am Moldavite on the inside, right? I am a Gemini on the outside, and I'm going to love me some green, but guess what? Moldavite's green too, but I am Moldavite on the inside, baby, and nobody sees my raisin but me. In fact, I had to buy a Moldavite, and I didn't buy just any Moldavite. I waited until the perfect Moldavite found me, and guess what? It looks like a damn raisin. So guess what my Moldavite's name is? The one inside of me and the gorgeous one that found me once I got this one tumbled and polished. The most gorgeous, beautiful Moldavite found me. And it looks just like a raisin. It's so damn cute. That's the best part, right? When we start creating this stuff and we start making it come into a manifestation place for us, life itself and the universe start making it a reality. You manifested it from your beautiful, gorgeous imagination. You healed from it. You grew from it. You paid it forward. And then the universe said, here you go. It's no longer impossible. It's no longer just a dream. It is reality. But you got to do the work. You got to earn it. You already got it. Now earn it, right? Earn the beautiful you inside of you. Because if you don't deserve you, guess who else don't deserve you? I'm just saying. And again, here we go. Sanctuary, shadows, listening to your guardian angel and experiencing a rebirth. Yeah, okay. Yeah, baby, we got some shadow work ahead of you, and that's okay because I got so many tools. If you are not in our private Facebook group, if you have a Facebook and you want to come in, honey, this is a personal invitation from me. Listen, come on in. If you need the link, get with those moderators. This is what I do. I cannot excuse the fact that there is a lot that needs to be addressed in this, and I cannot go into all of it, and I will not go into all of it. But I can tell you that it works, starts, ends, and begins with you, right? Shadow. That is your ascension, right? You're ascending to shadow. Maybe you're a shadow worker. Did you know that? Did you think about it? Are you always trying to just work with Reiki and work with all of the good light stuff? Guess what? Mm-mm. That's the polishing. That's the shining of the person once they worked through the shadow. They can't have this. It's going to burn them alive. There's going to be nothing but ashes there. If you just put someone that's covered in mud and dirt, they're going to get hard and turn into a statue. And then they're not going to grow. They're not going to be You're probably a root worker. If you're ascending to shadow, that means that you have your experiences that make you a bard that can help someone learn to cross bridges they don't know exist yet, right? Sanctuary. Sometimes just listening to someone else's war stories becomes a sanctuary to people like us because we're thinking, holy crap, I thought I'd been through some shit. Or maybe I've already been through that. Maybe I've healed from that. Maybe I can show them how they can by showing what worked for me. Doesn't mean it's going to ultimately be their sanctuary, but your sanctuary is leading you to your ascension into shadow. So if you are a gorgeous, beautiful Reiki light worker, absolutely kudos to you, but I do think you're in the wrong lane. I do believe that your guardian angels are telling you that if you do not come back and start in them roots, and maybe it's not you. Maybe you are working in a field that is not for you. You're in the metaphysical, but you're in the wrong field. You're in the wrong lane of the metaphysical, right? You can't be a podiatrist and think you can go and perform a neurosurgeon's job. You may be able to do a general surgery. Yeah, because you went through general surgery to realize that you wanted to be a surgical foot podiatrist. Get where I'm going with that? I don't want a cosmic surgeon, that just works on your breasts or just works on lifting your cheekbones or works on that BBL to work on my heart. Yeah, I'm really going to think about this, right? When I'm really needing to go into that metaphysical store, I'm not going to go just to that one because it's pretty. I'm going to go where I'm going to get the ultimate healing I don't mean prize, tool, right? You need to get into those I am chakras. Those come from the roots. Your absolute guardian angel, the one that you never want to fly faster, walk faster, run faster. You never want to move faster than your guardian angel. Your guardian angel is literally in front of you saying, stop. The message I got for you is very, very true. And it's very, very clear, baby. You're meant to be in the metaphysical world. Your lane is just a different lane than where you're at right now. And as soon as you tweak a few of those little tweaks, fix a few of them little fixtures, you're going to see that although you're really helping a lot of people, imagine if you're helping hundreds right now, right? You're helping, and then you're watching and they're going from this bright light and slowly they're dimming and they're dimming and they're dimming because reality isn't ready for them to be this big bright ball of light because they don't even have the essentials and their roots worked out yet, right? So when I say that, I am saying it because I love me a good light worker and I work parallel with them and we can tag team and we can help that person well, but it's only because I know my lane and I recognize the patterns of pain. I think maybe something a little heavier, A little more darker is calling you. That's what I've got for you, babe. Whoo! SR. No, wait, Mousy, right? No. That was Mousy. That was Mousy. That was Mousy. Mousy. That was you. That was you, Mousy. I'm trying to give you two of them. All right. So, SR, you are up. SR. No, Mousy is next. SR. No, wait. Okay. Do I have my names twisted here? Y'all judge me. I don't care. I get things twisted. Okay, so Mousy is next, or just give me a minute here, guys. I see that Mousy and SR are both here. Hadn't thought of that. Oh, I called SR, but Mousy was next. Okay, Mousy, you are next. Look, I am human, and I am far from perfect. Mousy, it is. Okay, Mousy, you are up, love. KK, that message was for you. This is why I have a list keeper, guys. I've had 8 aneurysms, and if you're new, put your seatbelt on, honey. You better learn to laugh with us, because I will screw it up every time. Look, and I was even doing StreamYard, right? And I could star the messages. I was still screwing that shit up. I need a list keeper, and that's what that is. All right. I'm literally just waiting on Mousy, guys. Just give us 1 second, and I will be back on track, and we will go. I got the messages right here. I mean, it would be so simple, but apparently all the messages weren't called this time, so now I have to find my land. Ooh, okay. She is here. She is here. If I was working backwards, I'd say, well, I got 3 left, so I should be on KK's read, but it didn't work out that way. So I think I just read. I don't know. I'm confused. Rossi said she is here, but like she? Okay. Does that mean Mousy or SR? SR, you girl or boy? Not that you have to answer it. Mousy says thanks. Mousy says thanks. So SR? Be patient, Mousy. Be patient. Y'all, my moderators are so patient with me because my brain right now is I'm not fighting a seizure. You guys don't panic. My brain is not having a seizure right now. I just can't get it to get on the same page with me. The little man is searching for files that hey, we got this though. Okay, Mousy says, okay, got it. SR. Mousy is next, and she is here. Thanks, guys. I got you right here. Oh my gosh. I do have your messages, and I haven't looked at them, so I know they're yours and yours alone. Oh my gosh, we got a bunch of cards over here. Okay, we got a bunch of cards. Okay, Mousy, you are up. We got this. All right, and we are going to jump right into the Shekinah part of this before the Metatron message, right? So, why? Because they want you to understand that even though you're ascending to this, listen. We don't always like to listen, right? I may be hearing you, but that don't mean I'm listening. Or I may be listening, but I ain't heard a damn thing you said, right? It's that kind of moment that we have when we realize that we need to start shuffling something, right? If we are listening, but we're not hearing, or if we are hearing, but we are not comprehending, we're not actually comprehending what is going on. I kind of just had a little bit of a comprehension moment right then and there, right? I'm very active, I'm very present, and I'm very much connected to what's going on. But sometimes, guess what happens? My brain that is like half metal, all of this part of my brain is 70 to 80% metal, right? This beautiful side, this left side, is pretty much still organic, but there's a bunch of coils and pins and bars and recreated veins out of shunts and stents. There's little pieces of metal. There's probably 11 pieces of different metals and coils and things on my left side, so it's pretty much organic. But this side, no, it's over here buffering most of the time because it's fighting against an organic side, right? You get it? Okay, so when it comes to listening, I'm not always comprehending what's going on, right? Or I didn't hear a damn thing they just said because I was listening, but I don't give a damn. So they want you to understand that when you hear that shush, or you feel that shush, or you feel that be still, or rest, calm, slow down. When you feel that rush come over you, that is them telling you it's time to shuffle the energy, right? Sometimes, as me, I have ADHD. I may even be part borderline on the spectrum because sometimes I can't even. It don't matter, right? But what I can tell you is that some days my anxiety is so bad I can't even breathe properly, right? I can't think. Sometimes I get so almost manic with it that it's almost like you want to say, Hershey, bow, calm down, right? This is that moment right now, right? This is Hershey the Shadow Reader, not physically slapping you, but I'm saying, listen, right? Listen to what your body is telling you. Some kind of energy shift needs to happen, right? As I moved in piece by piece and would slowly bring a piece out or want to set a vessel up or just start incorporating my decks or things into the living room, Mosaic and I found out that some of mine are a little heavy, right? They need to be heavy because they have a very heavy job, right? But it was off balancing the room, the energy of the room, right? It needs to be balanced. It needs to be light. It needs to be balanced. So we was literally shuffling, and I do mean me, as in me, Hershey and Cece. I am a Gemini. There is two of us, and one is never stopping, and one of us can't ever seem to catch up on sleep. Okay, because the one is always walking somewhere, roaming, wandering, doing something that they probably shouldn't be doing in the first damn place. But anyway, regardless of that, there's always one of me that is walking, roaming around, going to places that I shouldn't probably be. With that being said, it's also helping me learn to build up a trust in things that maybe other people may not have. Or maybe they look at an Annabelle doll and they're going, "Eee!" Or they look at a Robert the doll and they're going, "Oh my God, I'm cursed. I like that Robert the doll." Do your homework. But anyway, regardless of that, we have to listen when the energy is shuffling and shifting, right? And if you are not paying attention, if you are not listening and trusting your body, this is your team, your archangels, your ancestors, your guides are letting my team know this is what they need right now. They need to understand they're not listening to their own shifting of energy, right? We, as a Gemini, sometimes we can tell there's something wrong with someone before they realize the energy has shifted, let alone settled, and now they don't understand what they're doing or how they feel like this. But you couldn't fool me to begin with because I felt it the moment your chemistry changed, the moment the wind blew. Oh, yeah, everything just changed, right? And even though you tried to deny it, ultimately, days, weeks, hours, moments, years, and the truth will come out. And you think, wow, I told you that then, but you lied. You hid it. You didn't hide it from me. You didn't lie to me. You lied to yourself. You hid it from you. You hid it from the one person that could have ultimately changed it for the better of you. So this is your do-over, right? This morning I had to use my get out of jail free card because I was hella late for meta messages, right? I am always backstage a half hour early. I don't give a damn if you're a 10-minute person, a 30-minute person, or I'm coming in 15 minutes before the show, or I'm coming in as you hit go live. However you are when you come, you know who you are, right? I'm one of them that I would rather be there 30 minutes early so that I'm not late, right? Because I have a tendency of being late to everything. Well, guess what? Today I was late to meta messages. And Mosaic's like, you're late, you're late, you're late for a very important date, so I got the little rabbit running in my head now, going, you're late, you're late, you're late, you're late. So now I'm hopping all around, and she was like, I got your coffee, you go get. And then I walk in my room, and I'm like, holy shit, I don't have no messages. What do? I went for Dex instead of logging in, even getting my computer up and going, right? What I'm saying is you now, this is your moment to realize you have a get out of jail free card. With that being said, this is your way of understanding that enabling your soul is ultimately where you're going. Angels and demons are always going to be on your side. Hell, we have a demon and an angel on our shoulders every single day. We're human. I guess people forgot about that. And then they want to blame, the devil instead of the devil. Anyway, that's not where we're going. You are learning to build up trust with something. If they would just let me hold on to the card. You are going to enable. You are going to activate your team, right? The demon and the angel, the good guy and the bad guy. We are 50-50. What we choose to do with our magic makes us unique. That's why we have the brains we have and no one else does, right? So understand that you are learning. They need you to start trusting both sides of you, the yin and the yang, right? They're identical. They do different things, but they're identical in energy, right? There's the exact same amount, no matter what, no matter who you are, no matter how big you are, how little you are. And I do mean in faith, not in your physical, in your beautiful temple. I'm not talking about big or little. I'm talking about your faith, right? If it's as small as a mustard seed or it is blindly unquestionable like mine. And when they say jump, guess what? Y'all know what I say. How high? So listen, learn to trust. Even if it makes no damn sense in the moment, it will when it's meant to make sense. Even if it doesn't make sense to you when you need it to. The fact that you acted without hesitation and you trusted your team, everything that comes behind it, even if it is a blessing you don't know about, even if it's a lesson, however it comes to you, it's only coming for you. So learn to build that. And like I said, you are repairing your mind, body, and soul. So go ahead and do a salt scrub, right? You can do a sugar scrub, but you know what? No, it ain't hard enough. Go get some damn salt and put it in something. Eucalyptus, aloe. I don't know. There's some kind of base you can use, some kind of essential oil. Put it in your bar of soap. Get your hands soapy. Put a little salt in that shit. Rub that shit together. Put it in your bath water. Just let your body soak. Salt water is good for us. Salt is good for us, whether you like it or not. You need to do a deep cleanse, and that isn't done with lavender, honey. You need to get in there and you need to clean out them pores. Them pores need to know that they have a lot more to grow and learn. I think I just hit the kitty, but it's just a card, so it's going to be okay. You are doing this because you need to protect your future. You're the only one that can protect your future. That's why they are putting some fire under you. They need you to hear them. Start working on both sides of you equally and not working on just one side. Both sides equally. That's what I've got for you, babe. All right, SR, you are up, and then we are out of here. Okie dokie. Okay. All right, so before we get into Shakina's message, I'm going to go right into your meta message. Your meta message is about grounding yourself, right? You need to really ground yourself. There's something that you aren't grounding yourself about, right? Maybe you think it isn't about the air or, the grounding itself. Maybe you just don't know how to do it. There's no right or wrong way when you learn what works for you. So you really need to get out there and you need to get some kind of connection to grounding yourself with earth, right? Not the air, not the water, and not the fire. Earth itself. I love to go gardening. I am not scared to get dirt under my nails because my hands and my nails will wash. I can even sanitize them, sterilize them, all of that. I'm not a glove wearer. I don't mind getting my hands a little dirty. So you need to realize, even if you have to wear gloves for now, and I do mean temporarily, to start working on getting your connection to earth, start with gloves, but promise yourself that you are going to not be working with gloves in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops. Don't give yourself a month. Do not get comfortable because they want you uncomfortable. They need you grounding yourself with earth. So make sure that you get out there and ground yourself with earth. That's where you start at. When you do that, you will realize that you yourself become more teachable, learnable, and you will be healing the cosmic womb within you, right? The one you came from, that you originated from, right? The one you swam to get into. And you can't say you didn't want to be there because out of what, 40 million little guys, you made sure you were the only one that got there. So you wanted to be there. You wanted this. And this is your chance to become teachable and learning along the way, not just understanding that this is a one and done kind of thing. No, you must become teachable by all of your cosmic guides. They are all coming in. The entire cosmic womb is coming in for healing through you because they are a part of you and you are a part of them. So understand that it starts here. You got to get your hands a little bit dirty. But once you start understanding what it is that you're actually doing in the earth, it'll make so much more sense. They want you to understand that awakening your vulnerability is how you get there, right? And if you have to do it with gloves the first time, maybe the second time, okay. But after that, guess what? Big girl panties have to go on, or big boy pants, and no more damn gloves. Sorry, you're going to go play in there, in that dirt, in that earth. You're going to get out there and hike. You're going to get out there and climb a tree. You're going to fix a fence. You're going to do something. You're going to feed wildlife. You are going to understand that you are going to be awakening as you go. Awakening it will lead you to the rebirth and the follow through, right? Your ascension is the follow through, but you have to go through this rebirth first, right? So you will become vulnerable, but until you become vulnerable with yourself and learn to be transparent with people that you love and surround yourself with people that want to grow with you and deservingly want to learn you, the new you, then you allow them to come in. But right now, just work on you while follow through with you, because if you don't follow through with you, you won't be able to follow through with them or anyone else. And that's the message I got for you. Woo, we made it, guys. We made it. All right. Let's see. Channel updates, guys. It's just really right now I got kitty brain going on. If anybody made a donation, let me see. I don't have my phone. Of course I don't have my phone. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do a shout out right now to anybody that did make a donation today. I'm personally thanking you now. I will thank you when I get the message or I get the alert or whatever. Or if you are sending me something and you want it done, the unboxing done, please just let me know in advance so that I know not to open it until you guys are doing that. I said I would do that more with you guys this year. I need to learn how to get comfortable with this. So if you guys are willing to help me get comfortable with uncomfortable unboxings, because, I love them, but I like doing them in private. But you guys want to see, and I want to show up for you guys when I can. So as long as it is not a box that can be opened in private, then hey, I can't wait to unbox whatever it is. All right, until then, I will see you guys hopefully Wednesday. Fingers crossed. Again, the kittens go to the bed again tomorrow. And for the gems, the one beautiful gem that did send in some beautiful kitten toys. Thank you. Because I am so sick of being clawed and bit. Anyway, I love you guys so very much. I will see you on the next one. So until then, I'm sending you blessings and positive vibes to make it through I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye, guys. No time for SR? I just did yours, sweetie. Nat, the Horsewoods. Hi. Oh, well, okay. So I probably have seen you in chats before on Lisa's channel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like you're a celebrity. Yeah. She came from Lisa Papez's channel. Thank you guys. You guys, you this week has just been awesome. And this week right now is gonna get even better than last week. Don't know, it's going to be pretty hard to top last week, but I don't have expectations and I know what's going to happen. So thank you for being here, Nat the Horse Witch. I love that. I love horses and I'm a witch. I bet we got a lot in common. All right. I love you guys. But SR, I just did your reading. It's the very last one. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.